千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we take a deep dive into the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. As always, I want to extend my welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you to center your thoughts and direct your attention to this moment in time, to the here and now, to be fully present and mindfully aware as we are ready ourselves for this sacred process in the Tao with one another. So now I want to provide a quick summary of everything that we have talked about. I want to make sure that these comparisons, these direct syntactical mapping is clear in the mind. So this is a slide for the summary of the metaphor. Reference to the left, meaning to the right. Heaven and earth. We talked about heaven and earth viewing the myriad things as straw dogs. So the map is that heaven and earth are equated to the priest that is conducting the ritual. And it's easy to see the connection because, as Lao Tzu says, well, heaven and earth, impartial toward the living things, no special feelings for you or me. Well, same with the priest. No special feelings for the straw dogs. The world. We talked about the altar. The altar is where the straw dogs are placed for the ritual. So that is the world in which the living things inhabit. Living things are in the world while they are alive. Just like the straw dogs are placed on the altar while we conduct the ritual. So let's be clear, living things, we know that they are the straw dogs. And life itself is the ritual. And just looking at this, let's explore just a little bit the further implications of what this is telling us. We know that the ritual has a beginning and an end. Well, that maps exactly to life. Life has a beginning and an end. Before the ritual begins, the prepared straw dogs are carefully placed in a box. Sometimes the priest would drape cloth on the box and would keep it in a safe place. And this is to protect the straw dogs. You don't want them to be accidentally damaged or lost before the ritual. This maps to how we have protection for infants and children. When the straw dogs are prepared for the ritual, it is like raising kids in a protected environment before they become independent, self-sufficient adults going out into the world. That is when the ritual begins. And let's take a look at the other end as well. As I mentioned, when the ritual is done, straw dogs are thrown away or burned in a pile. This is equivalent to when we have the life that comes to an end, the living thing has died, perhaps a human being, the body is discarded or buried. Eventually, the body is returned back to nature. And cremation is like the straw dogs being burned in a pile. Same thing, the ashes return to nature. Eventually, it ends the same way. So having gone through the individual elements of the metaphor, this is to prepare us for a more in-depth discussion on what it all really means, what it implies about us, our place in the world, our existence in this material plane. So now we can further explore the whole idea of straw dogs and what Lao Tzu is trying to say. It turns out Lao Tzu has a lot more that he wants to include in this metaphor, and this is definitely something that is explained by generations of Tao masters who explore the concept in great detail and depth. First, let's cover the whole idea of purpose. We know that the straw dogs were created specifically for the purpose of conducting the rituals. There's a reason for them to be created, to be put together. If you were to equate yourself to the straw dogs, then you can say the same thing. You were born, you were created, so the ritual that is your life can be conducted. You are participating in this ritual. Indeed, you are the main character. So this is a little bit different than the idea that you were created to be special in the following way. Consider this. When you were born, it was not because the world or divine entities loved you. When you die, it won't be because the world hates you. The impartiality of heaven and hell means that life and death occur with regularity and with no special fanfare from nature. Nevertheless, the purpose for which you were created to be used in the ritual, that is of course significant to you and the ritual itself. Now, speaking of the ritual, every ritual that we know about has a particular purpose, and perhaps more than one. We should talk about the whole idea of rituals because rituals have always occupied a central place of importance to human beings. Since the dawn of humanity, we've always had rituals. The most important ones we can think of right off the bat perhaps would be like weddings, like funerals, and much more. We know, for instance, there's graduation ceremony. We know we celebrate birthdays, special occasions. All of those are rituals. So, what is the purpose of a particular ritual? A ritual may be conducted to, for instance, celebrate life and death and the significant milestones in between. The examples that I just gave, the funeral, you can see that as a commemoration. A wake would be a celebration, but both the wake and the funeral will be about death. The birthday celebrations I was talking about, significant milestones. Congratulations. You are another year older. And New Year celebration, well, that's also a ritual that we go through every year, celebrating that all of us live to see another year. A ritual may also be conducted to connect human beings with one another. Think about all those examples that we talked about. When we're in that ritual, participating together with other people, it draws all of us closer together. we connect with them. And we need that. It's one of the major reasons why rituals have become so important to human beings. Ritual is a setting where we can convey or confirm our commitments, beliefs, and values. What is the wedding if not an expression of commitment to holy matrimony? What is the Sunday Mass if not a ritual to confirm one's beliefs and values? So rituals are closely connected to these deeper layers of life that all of us know about. And therefore, in that sense, they help us find the meaning in our lives. They help us forge a deeper connection to our spiritual selves. That is, it's not just a deeper connection to the other participants who are in the ritual with us. It's also a deeper connection to the deepest part of our being. So now, having talked about the different reasons why we conduct rituals, I want to turn around and map all of them to life. Life itself is a celebration of life. You getting up early in the morning, feeling great about life, that's a celebration there. Your life is a ritual in that sense. Life serves the purpose of connecting human beings to one another. When we say it like that, it's like, of course. So in a ritual, it draws us together. While in this ritual called life, we make connections with fellow human beings. We become friends to one another. We help each other out. We're drawn closer together. So yeah, that is the purpose of life as well. Life itself conveys or confirms our commitments, beliefs, and values, just like rituals. In this ritual called life, what are you committed to? As you live, you convey that commitment and you confirm it. What do you believe? What are your values? Every day that you live is another day to express those beliefs and values and to confirm them. And what about finding meaning? I think you know. That is exactly what we're here to do. It's the reason why we have this meeting. It's the reason why we bother to fire up our computers, work through the software to connect over the network, the internet, with one another, to make a human connection over electrons. It is helping us forge a deeper connection to one another, our fellow travelers in this journey of life. But perhaps more importantly, this is also helping us forge a deeper connection to our spiritual selves. So life serves that purpose as well. When we look about all of that, it seems more obvious than ever that life itself is the ritual. Therefore, your life ritual must have a purpose beyond everything that we have talked about. There is something specific that you are here to do, and perhaps more than one thing. Just like a ritual can serve multiple purposes, your life ritual, the life that you are living right now, may also have multiple purposes. So question number one, because you are alive at this moment in time, question number one is, what kind of ritual are you in right now? It may be different for you than it is for me. What is the purpose for which you were created to serve, like the straw dogs being put together for the ritual? In other words, what are you here to do? Another question, is the material world all there is to life. Is living through material existence what we're here to do, and that's it? What more is there than what we can perceive physically? Is there more? I believe your answer and mine is yes. How do we explore? Well, that's definitely one of the things that we are here to do. Actual straw dogs, as you see in this image, are not capable of reflecting upon these questions that I have just raised with you. They are not capable of answering these questions, but you are. We all are. So that is the significance of straw dogs. Now, there is a little bit more. There are 3 levels embedded in this metaphor from Lao Tzu. Once we have explored all 3, I think we will come away with a very complete and in-depth understanding of exactly why Lao Tzu came up with this particular metaphor. Let's go to level 1. At the basic level, you're one of the straw dogs on the altar. This is easy to understand. This is what we started out with. This is the level where we know that, well, yeah, there is some kind of purpose to our existence because we know the straw dogs were made with a specific intention. So we were created with a specific intention as well. It is also easy for us to see with this metaphor, yeah, our physical body, how different is it really from a bundle of straws that makes up the straw dogs? The body that we inhabit, it is meant to be used for life. Just like the straw dogs, the straws are meant to be used for the ritual, and that's it. It has no lasting significance beyond that, because the body, upon death, breaks down, decomposes, returns to nature. The individual essence that we possess, that is the ritual itself. And here is another consideration. The ritual is something that occurs periodically. The meaning, the essence of the ritual is continuous from one ritual to the next. The straw dogs are made and remade for each ritual. This is actually something that is congruent to and aligned with the concept of reincarnation. If we see the ritual as life, then the recurring rituals will be lifetime after lifetime. The straw dogs that are recreated for each ritual, that is the body being born for each lifetime. The essence, the meaning of the ritual being consistent and the same across time, that is representative of individual lessons. You, me, the soul, being the same individuality that reincarnates from one lifetime to the next. So the metaphor readily adapts itself to that context. It is not something that fits the idea that this lifetime is the one and only lifetime that we have. After this, it's either eternal bliss or eternal damnation, and forever and ever. It doesn't fit that paradigm. It fits this one much better. Either way, the essence of the ritual is the truly important thing, not the body that will eventually be discarded. Now, when we look around in the world, we can see this is not something that appears to be well understood for many people. That is, they place overwhelming importance on the body and virtually no importance on the essence of the individual. the spirituality of the person. With the straw dogs, it's a reminder that we should make ourselves the exception to the rule that other people follow. Now let's explore the second level. What if, consider this, what if you are the one who conducts the ritual? What if you are the priest conducting the ritual and not the straw dogs? This is the level of the sages. So in the Tao Te Ching, in this chapter, Lao Tzu says the sages treat people like straw dogs, treats all people like straw dogs. This is putting the sage in the position of the priest conducting the ritual. If we were to emulate the sages, it would place you in the same position as well. At this level of understanding, you are the one conducting the ritual, meaning you are the one living your life with a specific intention to fulfill the purpose of the ritual. In other words, you are the one orchestrating the pieces of your life, including the people that you come across. And if you regard them as straw dogs, it means that you treat them equally, that you treat everybody with the same respect and courtesy. That makes total sense. It makes total sense that you will regard people like the straw dogs on the altar in front of you, you taking the position of the priest. That's level 2. It's what Lao Tzu meant that the sages treat people as straw dogs. It's the deeper meaning of that. Now, the final level. What if, just what if, consider this. What if you are the one who designed the ritual you are now living? What if you are not just the priest, but you are the person who designed the ritual? Now, as the priest, you are conducting the ritual that you have designed. This is the level of the realization that self-nature gives rise to all dharmas. Self-nature means your true self, your eternal self, the you that never changes no matter what. Everything about you can change, but not this you, not self-nature, not the true self. Everything about it can change, but you are still you. Self-nature gives rise to all dharmas, meaning your true self is the source of creation for everything in your life. Therefore, being the source of everything, that includes the ritual itself or the life you are living through at this moment in time. This is the level with the clearest possible understanding of what you are here to do, your purpose, your mission, your quest. You begin to see why things in your life have happened in such specific ways, all through your experience. Why did that happen to me? Why did I suffer those setbacks? Why did I go through that particular experience, good or bad? You begin to see the purpose they served, and more importantly, the hand that you had in it. All of it ultimately traces back to you and your original decision to devote yourself to the development of your soul, the development of yourself. And this is the ultimate meaning behind the simple ritual of the metaphor of the straw dogs. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.